Hey everyone, I'm back with another movie review. Sorry I haven't made another video from my last video. A couple days ago, I was super busy playing Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. I was super excited to play that game. I got super addicted to it. But I'm not here to talk about that. It's a really fun game, you should try it. What I'm really here is a movie review. Yes, I'm really excited to do this movie review, but sadly this isn't the 20 through 11 Disney movie countdown, but I'll recap. Moana 20, 19 Frozen, 18 Jungle Book, 17 The Incredibles, 16 Peter Pan, 15 Coco, 14 Inside Out, and 13 Dumbo. Let's need two more. No. What for the today's episode is, you probably guessed it, I did a review on Descendants last year. Then I did the review on Descendants 2 on June. And you probably guessed it, for today's movie review is none other than Descendants 3. Haha, yes. Finally, I'm almost done with the first series reviews. As I did Descendants 1 and Descendants 2, I decided to do Descendants 3. Yep. Now, minor note, I did watch it twice. One was the other day to check it out, and one was the other to do it for the review. Yep. Now, I'm really excited to do this because I really like this series so much. It really is inspiring and kind of reminds me of some few fairy tale movies that kind of cross over, like Shrek, for example. Alright, before I continue on, like I always say, there may contain spoilers. If you haven't seen Descendants 3, go ahead and pause me, then go ahead and check it out on a Disney Channel, Disney Plus, or if you own the DVD, go ahead and watch it. Or if you're into spoilers, go on ahead. Plus, don't forget to follow the rules down below in the description if you want to see more of the movie reviews like this one, for example. Yep. Alright, let's get started. It started out with an overview around Ordon and Isle, the Lost. I did again, I said armor. Where Mal explained about the story of how everything changed when Mal became Ben's boyfriend. Sorry, girl. Fiance. That declared that bring any type of villain kid, or VK for short, to the Ordon to get a second chance. And today's the day. It's VK Day. Yep. Mal, Evie, Carlos, and Jay are coming over to the Isle of I almost said armor again. Sorry, I'm addicted to Pokemon. Okay. They went to the Isle of Lost to pick out some of the new kids that can come over to Ordon to get a second chance. And that's when they decided it's good to be bad. See what I did there? Alright. And after that scene, the game that picked 4 kids that get to go. It was Dizzy, Evie's he's a best friend who are very close, who is also, of course, daughter of Drusilla and granddaughter of Lady Trelawney. I forgot her name. I haven't watched Cinderella. Also, of course, picked out 2 of the twins of Smee and Dr. Facilier's daughter, Celia. Haha. With that being said, they get to go out to Ordon next week. And after that scene, Mal was looking for Uma ever since the Uma outbreak. But luckily enough, Ben had covered by using it guards to search out for him. With that being said, it's time to get things ready. Now, everyone's celebrating for this special thing for Mal and Ben. Everyone except for Audrey and his grandmother, who still is very mad at them for let's just say Audrey had a bad day. Had things coming around her. But with that little thing, something surprising happened. Ben proposed to Mal to become her queen. Oh yeah. Everyone's super excited about this. Everyone except for Audrey. She is still upset about Mal for stealing Ben from her, but that was Ben's choice. Well, after that, it was off to the Isle of the Lost and to grab those kids. Well, that being said, Audrey's grandmother said that everything is broken. The family line is broken. The life is broken. I'm very disappointed at Audrey for not continuing the line. Plus, she was really concerned about is putting Uma back in the Lost instead of like bringing more VKs in. Yep, that's real critical. Well, after that, they were on their way to head back to Ordon, but a villain was about to break out. It was Hades. He was attempting to break out of there so that way he can be a god once again, but unfortunately, Mal managed to transform into a dragon and try and fight Hades off, but Hades uses its ember to fight back as well, which was draining a little bit from Mal's body, but Mal managed to push Hades back into the isle where he belongs, and then something tragic happened. She was losing all in her powers. Well, not really though. She felt kind of weak though, and she felt kind of scared. But that being said, that everyone's okay for now, and that being said, they went back to Ordon, and right after that scene, there's something crazy that was happening. Audrey was in grief because she was the one who was supposed to be queen, not Mal. And she was super mad about this, that her dream was about to come true but ended and before Mal came along. So with that being said, Audrey became the new queen of mean. Oh no! Thanks to her psychopathic ways of how she wanted to be queen, she stole the crown and Maleficent's staff, and then vowed to get the VKs for revenge. Oh no! With that being said, Audrey was the villain. What? I know, it's pretty crazy. Am I right? Well, I didn't know this because I didn't see it in 2019, but this is crazy. It's like Maleficent had a child who joined to the good side, and Aurora had another child that turned into a dark side. What could this mean? Say like for example, if Sonic had a child, it would be on the bad side, and Dr. Eggman had a child, it would be on the good side. Who knew? Okay. Right after the scenario, they were discussing about if they keep opening up the dome for long, they'll be exposed to danger, like what happened to Maleficent and Uma, and now Hades. With that being said, they need to think of a plan to keep them safe, and Mal said is to close up the barrier for good. With that being said, Ben was was upset about this, but Mal wouldn't break his dream. But there's no choice. It would have to be done. But there is one problem. Mal has lied to Evie that she'll keep doing it because Evie was Mal's best friend. She would have no choice but to lie her to protect her. But after that scene, Carlos was about to get ready to Jane's birthday, but part of his cake got sliced off. I don't know who ate it, but I think it was Dizzy and Celia. Who knew? Right after that scene, the funny scene, Audrey came in. That's when Mal was shocked about she was the one who stole the crown and scepter. And she tried to give it back, but Audrey would refuse. So she turned Mal into an old hag. Now, I don't have a picture for this because I couldn't find it, but she became so old, everyone was spooked out, and they also found out the staff and scepter was stolen by Audrey. Yep. Mal said there is one way to put an end to her curse, and that's Hades' ember. So that being said, the VKs, including Celia, went on to the Isle of the Lost to find Hades' ember. They brought Celia over because she was her errand boy. So that being said, they went off. Sadly for Carlos, he's going to miss Jane's birthday. With that being said, they went off to meet Dr. Facilier, or Celia has to get this skull key from Dr. Facilier in the Voodoo Arcade. Woohoo. Right after that, Jane's birthday party was happening. Sadly for Jane, she was waiting for Carlos, but that jerk Jackson that he's probably forgot. Ooh. But after that, Audrey came in out of nowhere and she started making a joke that she didn't get invited. And also, of course, she is also blaming Mal for what they did to her. And that she was the only one who thought Mal was doing something bad, which everyone thinks it's not. But Chad tried to join in with Audrey, but luckily enough, he kind of did. And then Audrey did something worse. She put the sleeping spell on everyone except for Jane. She managed to escape thanks to the enchanted lake water. But after that, they got the skull key, but also found out the sleeping spell was going on Ordon and spraying out around it. With that being said, they have to get that ember, but Harry, Gil, and the rest of the pirate crew who stole all the motorcycles they used to cross and get into the isle. With that being said, they have to try to get it back, except for Mal and Celia, who worked very hard and tried to at least get into the house that Hayes lived in. And that's where they found Hades. He's gonna try to sneak in to get the ember, but unfortunately, Hades caught Mal. But here's a surprising thing that happened. Mal was Hades' daughter. Say what? I know, pretty crazy, right? I think I kind of realized that during the first teaser trailer during Descendants. I was like, could that be Hades? Because of the blue flame? It makes perfect sense. But here's the thing. Hades left Mal when she was 6, or they got separated ever since Mal joined Maleficent's side. But she really needs to get that ember, but they had a little argument, but instead of like talking, they sang it. They're both saying they have to do what they have to do, while Hades was throwing insults to Mal, and Mal was doing the same thing. And then, when the song was over, after the song, Mal did got the ember, but Hades said it'll only work for Mal a little bit because she's half Hades. But she did got the ember by the way, and also was warned that if it gets wet, it'll be powerless. Thanks, but Hades says, that's my girl. I'm surprised Hades and Maleficent are married though. But after that, Celia was mentioned that Evie was the only one of the group who knows that Mal's dad is Hades. But to make sure that it's safe, he doesn't exist to him. And right after that scene, Ben was trying to know why Audrey was doing this. He found out that Audrey was the one behind all this. It was when he was about to leave, but James told him everything. With that being said, Ben started searching out to find Audrey and find out what is happening to her. But in a surprise, Audrey came in. But Audrey said that she could lift the curse and bring everything back to normal if Ben will become Audrey's king. But there's the thing. Ben was scared to her that he wants the old Audrey. He can't tell if it was a curse or not. But after that, she put a curse on Ben and then turned some few people into stone. Uh-oh. This could be bad. I wonder what could have happened to Ben. Who knew? Let's find out when we get through. Okay. They got not the ember. Well, the VKs managed to got out the with the ember, but Harry and Gil escaped the isle and they were free, but they got the ember away from Mal, which she was trying to get back, but Harry threw the ember to the ocean. And was it doomed? But it was caught by a tentacle. Whose tentacle? Well, it's none other than Uma. Yep, Uma's back with the ember, but she said that if she holds on to the ember, she said if she could get this back, she wants the all the VKs to be released and then get a second chance in Ordon. But how would Mal say to Uma? We haven't found out yet. Alright, and after that, they did return to Ordon, but everyone was asleep. They also found that they returned to stone. But Harry, Gil, were fascinated about everything. They saw the fruit, the flowers, the everything. It was their first time out of the Isle, but they have to try find Ben, which was the first location, Ben's old castle. But Audrey had another plan to get rid of those VKs, and that's to put a curse on the knights in shining armor, or just the armor part. But the game had to fight hard until the night falls. But in the end of the fight, Mal did put a spell on them to bust a move, and then they were finished. Well, after that, they all celebrated, but then went back to their bad ways of hating each other, which Evie tried to do an icebreaker, but it didn't really work very well. But they went out to try to find Audrey again, which they start off on Audrey's room, which they did found nothing except Uma found her diary, which they started to find that about Audrey's these things, which they went out to Evie's workshop, but there was one thing. She found his crush lying around the workshop, which Uma mentions the only way that could save her is true love's kiss. Like she mentions, true love's kiss works every time. Evie was kind of worried about that because it was their first kiss, but hey, it was just one kiss, right? Which she did, but Doug was back from the sleeping curse. Yep. And right after that scene, the other part of the gang, found Ben, but he was in beast form. But he was super hurt. Luckily for Carlos, he managed to get that splinter off. And then one blast of water managed to turn him a little back to normal. And that water was from Jane's squirter, which worked a little bit. And Jane and Carlos were reunited again. Yep. And right after that scene, Mal and Uma had a little conversation and apologized a little bit too for doing mean stuff with each other, and they became friends a little bit. But after that, Audrey tried to stop Mal and the VKs from foiling her plans by locking up the door with all the plywood. But Mal tried to stop it, but luckily enough, thanks a little bit of Uma, they managed to reverse the curse, and then Audrey's magic was she was upset about that, but Chad tried to cheer them up a little bit by figuring out what they could do, but Audrey locked them up. Wow. That's a shocker. With that being said, the group is all together. Or even Ben is back with Mal. Even got a new look for her. Ooh. But after that, there was a short scene where Carlos gave Jane a gift. It was a necklace that said Jarlos. It was going to be Kane, but it's perfect the way it is. But after that, they had to figure out how to fix this. One team had to go off to find Fairy Godmother, while the other tried to find Audrey, which they had an idea, which was in the house she lived in. Well, her mother's house. But Audrey wasn't there, but Chad, who was feeling freighty and just ran off. Yep. Well, after that funny scene, Jane, Gil, and Doug found the fairy godmother, but she was turned to stone. But Jane told her everything about her crazy adventure she experienced on her longest birthday ever. Yep. And right after that, Mal told the truth about the barrier closing up to everyone, which they were surprised about that because it was a promise to Evie that she wanted some few VKs to come along, and Celia was upset about that too because she would never get the chance to visit her parents. With that being said, she threw the ember into the water, which was too late, and Uma and Harry left off, and then the rest of the gang turned to stone, except for Mal. She felt grief in her heart, but then she realized something. She was seeing her once upon a time that felt like she was telling everything about herself, that sometimes she makes mistakes. And right after that scene, Audrey takes her last stand as she captures Celia and tries to challenge Mal, but luckily enough, Mal transformed into a dragon again, got the ember to lit again, with a little help from Uma's magic. And then, with that being said, she used the ember to stop Audrey, but there was one problem. The curse was lifted, but Audrey was stunned. But Mal's told everyone that Hades is her dad, which they asked to call upon him to recover Audrey, but the other V-Gays have to head back to the aisle to do that. With that being said, they brought Hades over, and he used the ember to recover Audrey. With that being said, Audrey apologized to everyone, even Mal apologized to her. Same thing with her grandmother for everything they've done. Yep, and after that, on Mal's coronation, they were very excited for the new queen, meaning that Mal's about to become, but there's one thing. Mal couldn't do it. She wrote a speech saying that if she couldn't be queen, the Isle of Lost was the one who helped that out for the Ordon, because without the pirates that they snuck in, Ordon would be finished, and without Hades' help, Audrey would be gone. But that's when she said there isn't a difference between bad and good. That they will have good sides, and that she would become the queen of the Ordon and the Isle of the Lost. Ben agreed. So with that being said, and Mal used the magic wand, and then the breaking this down. Yep. Everyone in Ordon and the Isle were very excited to meet each other and celebrating the new queen of Mal she became. Everyone came, including Hades. But he said that they'll be happy together, even though he's got his eye on Ben. Uh-oh. Father-son drama. Ooh. But they kept celebrating all day, and then the original VKs went out to the Isle of the Lost to visit their parents. I guess they really do feel homesick around there, because they're rotten to the core. Man, I'm really excited that I did this. I really did great with Descendants 1, 2, and now Descendants 3. Alright. I'll make this a short one right here. Don't forget to follow the rules, which is subscribe, follow me, comment down below, share this with your friends, and like this video. Also, of course, another BH episode coming soon, which is I'm really excited to do. And then the next movie review is going to be a big surprise. Yep. Thanks for watching. Have a brick day.